It Welcome to Derry has kicked off in episode 2. The Thing in the Dark is set to debut Halloween night. This is the preview show. Hey everyone, welcome to Digital Charcuterie. My name is James. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you're new to this channel and a fan of It Welcome to Derry, hit that subscribe button. I talk about it and discuss it with you guys all the time right here on the channel. And this is our pre-game show setting the stage for what's to come in episode 2, The Thing in the Dark, coming 2 days early on Halloween night. Very fitting for this series. I was wondering how they're going to navigate that. I'm so glad they decided to put this one on Halloween. This show is perfect for that. Is episode 2 going to be perfect for that? Time is going to tell. Episode 1 ended chaotically. I love the ending. Now, before I go any further, I gotta say, if you have not seen episode 1 of It Welcome to Derry, hit that pause button and go and watch it. 54 minutes long. Come back and I'll check you out after, because I'm going to talk about spoilers for that. Anything I say about episode 2 is purely speculation. I don't know. I haven't seen these episodes, so I don't know what's going to come. I'm just purely speculating, and I want to know your thoughts. What do you suspect is going to happen in It Welcome to Derry episode 2, The Thing in the Dark? Let me know in the comments down below. I love hearing your ideas, and I'm going to give some of mine. I think this episode is going to pick up right where we left off. The theater massacre, right? I don't know if they're going to know if the kids are dead or just missing at this point, but I think it's going to run deep in this town, and this is going to really push the element of racism forward in the forefront of this series in 1962, especially, which we know is going to be a hot topic, that along with the Cold War and the nuclear threat and all of that going down, that racism is going to be a big part of that. And I think the Capitol Theater massacre, whatever you want to call it, is going to play a big part in that, with Hank being the prime suspect. We have seen that in the trailer, and I think this episode is going to deal directly with that. We're going to see Ronnie in the aftermath of that, dealing with her father, being a main suspect in all of this. I don't think Leroy Hanlon is going to be too fond of this. His wife, I don't think is going to be very fond of this. I think she's now going to become a main character. We've seen her in other trailers. We know she is going to be one of the leads or a co-lead of this series, and this is the episode where she's going to really come to the forefront. And their son, Will, is also going to be a main player, and I think they're going to establish the new Losers Club, and this is going to be the one that's going to take us through the bulk of this series. And if you think there's a chance that the characters, the kids from episode 1 are still alive, well, HBO changed the poster. They just flat out changed the It Welcome to Derry poster. We got a whole bunch of new kids on it right there, and I'm excited to see what they're going to bring us here. Because I love the dynamic of the kids. I thought they were great. I thought the actors they got were fantastic in the first episode. I'm really curious how these new ones are going to play. We're going to be like, man, I wish we had other Losers Club in it, but I'm really excited to see what they're going to do. And Lily, we're going to have the aftermath of Lily as well. In the trailer, she says, no one's going to believe me. We know that her nickname is Loony Lily. She has a history of trauma, of being institutionalized. How is this going to affect her and play out with her in her storyline? Is she going to tell people? Is she going to keep this hidden within herself? Like, we know she's going to tell Marge. How is Marge going to deal with that? In fact, is Marge going to be preyed upon by Pennywise in this episode? Now, again, I don't think we're going to see Pennywise yet. I think he's coming episode 5. That is my bold prediction. He is coming in episode 5. This episode is going to lay a lot of the groundwork. We got the craziness out of the way in the first episode. This one, I can see this one being a bit of a lull. I do think there will be elements of this one that are going to jump scare us and terrorize us with some, CG demons and whatnot. I think we're going to get some of that in this episode, but I don't think it's going to be as heavily played out in this one as it was in episode 1. It might end gangbusters again. I hope it does. I hope it ends gangbusters again, but I think this one's going to be more drawing it out, really setting the stage now, right? Giving us the puzzle pieces that we need to know to go forward. In the trailer, the Weeks Ahead trailer, we know that Leroy Hanlon was chosen for a reason. What was that reason? What is that purpose? I believe something happened to him in Korea that is going to directly relate to his involvement in what the Army, what the Air Force is trying to do here in Derry, which it looks like they're trying to weaponize Pennywise. They're trying to weaponize it, whatever happened. They have information on the deadlights, on maybe some artifacts that we see the indigenous crew have. I think they have some knowledge of that, and they're going to try to use what they can and weaponize it and gain an advantage in the Cold War. Is that similar to Stranger Things? Yeah, but isn't everything similar to Stranger Things? And Stranger Things was similar to Stephen King, and now Stephen King is similar to Stranger Things. It's all going in a circle, but I think it makes sense, and I think it's a valid point. Like, of course, you would try to, right? If you have knowledge of this, so I mean, that's just speculation on my part, but there has to be a reason. This top secret facility investigation going on. Leroy Hanlon being chosen for a specific reason in Derry, so we'll see where that's going to take them. We know now. Are we going to get Dick Halloran? Is he going to become Dick Halloran from The Shining? Like, are we going to officially get that in this episode? The trailer told us that officially. Everyone knew that going into it, but now officially in that trailer, we are told that. Are we going to get more of his shine in this? Is going to see the visions? When is he going to see Pennywise? Is what I'm thinking episode 5, like I said. But are we going to get more of that in this one? There's so much that could happen in this episode, but they can also stretch this out through the 8 weeks, right? This is going to mid-December. This is episode 2, but Halloween, specifically choosing to drop this one on Halloween. Obviously, it's a Halloween show, right? It's a horror show, so it makes sense. But I'm hoping that there is a purpose for it. That there's something deeper here. There's something scarier in this one. But again, I think the kids are going to be safe now. I just assume these kids are going to live until the end of the season. They might go by the end of the season, and we know Will Hanlon is not going to make it much further. He's going to get, him and his wife perish, obviously. We know that from Mike Hanlon and the It movies. So I think he's going to make it out of the series alive, the season alive, but I'm not sure about the other ones. Marge, we know Marge is going to be in trouble. I don't think that's going to be this episode. I think that's definitely a week ahead. I think all the Pennywise things we're going to see are also weeks ahead. At first, I thought maybe this would be the episode where we see this new Losers Club go deep into the sewers. I think Will is going to see something terrifying is going to happen to him. It's going to be it coming after Will. Now, we know Ronnie is going to be at play, and Lily, obviously, and Marge. And then there's another kid. I'm not sure his name yet. But
I'm Rich, by the way.
Okay, Rich. It's Rich. But I think Will is going to have an encounter. And I thought this episode the kids would go into the sewers, but I don't think we're going to get them down there so fast. I think the military is actually going to go into the sewers first. I'm not sure they're going to be the ones to get down there in this episode either. We might take a while to get into the sewers. And even when we get in there, it's not going to be Pennywise the dancing clown right away. We're going to see Uncle Sam. There's going to be other visions down there for sure. And I think Leroy Hanlon is going to be the first one to go into the sewers. He'll see something, and that's when they're going to send the rest of the military. That's my suspicion. I could be way off. It could be military, then it could be Leroy looking for Will. The kids might go down there and something bad could happen, or Will could tell him what's going on. That could lead to it. But I think that's actually not this week. I think that might be a couple weeks away. The question is, what's the big Pennywise? What's the big it scare going to be in this one? I keep saying Pennywise, but what's the big Pennywise? Well, let's say Pennywise. What's the big Pennywise scare going to be in this one? I think there's going to be something, and it's going to be cool looking. I don't know if it's going to be super scary, but it's going to be something cool to tell you that everybody is in danger. And that's one thing that I said before that I loved about episode 1 is that everybody now going forward, unless of course they survive based on the book and more the movies, right? Because it's more based on but if they survive into the movies, they're the only people that are safe in this series. And safe, and what does safe even mean? Like, Will's not really safe. He's safe for now, but he's not safe in the future. So what does that mean? I'm really looking forward to where this episode takes us. Again, I think this is going to be a calmer episode. There's going to be a couple calm episodes. We're going to lay the groundwork now. We're going to get to know everyone's role in the series now. Officially, their role in the series. We're going to get to know the main cast, the main characters, and there's going to be an evil lurking in the dark, and we're going to get to know more and more about the darkness of Derry and what it is and what is going on. And people are going to start to suspect things. Mostly the children are going to start to suspect things, and I think Charlotte Hanlon and Leroy Hanlon are going to be at the forefront of saying, WTF is going on in this town? That's what I think is going to happen. I'm really excited for this one, though. I think it's going to be really cool. I will have my review of it immediately following. And when I say immediately, I mean I'm going to watch it, I'm going to record it, and then I'm going to post it. So probably around midnight after it debuts, I will have my It Episode 2, The Thing in the Dark review. And I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say about it in the comments down below when that drops. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. Anything you suspect is going to happen in this episode, not suspect, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I really appreciate your time. Hit the like button, subscribe. Until next time, may you be the master of your own universe.